still people joining the call. So let's just give it a few minutes until we start with the session. Will you be sharing the screen with the
Yeah, yeah,
presentation? Jump into.
yep, I have that. I'll share that.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Let me straight away. Let me know if it's visible.
Yeah, it is. Um, looks good. Um, let's just give it a couple more minutes. I have Bhavisha and Aishi assisting with the back end of the session. Aishi Chaturvedi is one of our ambassadors of Peak, and she will be translating this session into a blog post for us later. Um, to all the new members joining this call, thank you so much for taking the time out on your Tuesday night to join us. We're very excited for the session and to have Krishna join us today to give you a peek into the blockchain engineering career path. Krishna, I will let you introduce yourself briefly, and then we're going to do a rapid fire with you just to break the ice. And basically, we'll ask you some questions, and you need to, shoot away the answers. And then we'll jump into your prepared presentation. And towards the end of the session, we're going to have the Q&A from our audience. So for the students who are on the call and everybody else, please save your questions for later. If you want to drop them in the message box, that is fine too. We'll come back to it later at the end of the session and go through them. And please mute yourselves until the end of the session so that there's no resound. Perfect. Yeah, Krishna, why don't you tell us like a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Oh my God. First of all, I'm happy, glad basically to be here. This is the first time, I guess. I'm not sure if people come again and again, but I would like to come again maybe in future as well. But yeah, this is my first time here at the Pash, and really good teams and everything. And we have prepared some good content for you guys. I hope I'll be able to deliver it in a way I think. But yeah, so with the introduction part, obviously you can see my picture, my name. So myself, Krishna Upadhyaya. Currently, I'm working in the capacity of blockchain engineer, or you can say protocol developer, blockchain developer, multiple names. Designation doesn't matter. Basically, I deal with blockchains, and specifically when it comes to blockchain, I work on the backend side of the blockchains, the core blockchain. It's not like that I build things on top of blockchain. So yeah, and I'm right now basically I'm from Indore, and due to pandemic, obviously currently also in Indore. In future, I don't know, Bangalore, Pune, I don't know, but yeah. So I joined Polygon. Yeah, I think I'll cover those things later in the slides. I have those parts as well, my Polygon journey, etc. We'll cover later. So that will be enough, I guess, for right now. So should we get started?
Yeah, let's start off with the rapid fire.
Sure.
Um, okay, question number one, summer or winter, which season do you prefer?
Winter.
Go. What's your favorite cake flavor?
Oh my God, chocolate.
How do you start your day?
I check my phone for notifications.
When are you most productive?
I guess on the early in the morning, first 3-4 hours. Whenever I start the initial 3-4 hours.
Okay. In which subject were you worst at school?
Oh my God, Sanskrit.
Mine too. I dropped out after a year.
Uh,
Uh, what scares you?
what
What scares you?
scares me? Oh my God, something which I have no. I mean, honestly, something which I know I have no idea about how to overcome it.
Uncertainty, maybe.
Uncertainty. Yeah, anything which I don't know how I'm gonna clear this. That scares me.
Got it. What's your favorite hobby?
playing games and cricket, anything related to sports, either sports game, FIFA, cricket, or playing them virtually or physically, both.
Got it. If you could have dinner with one person, alive or dead, who would it be?
Uh, I won't go for that certainly, but yeah, in alive, I will pick Elon Musk.
Mm. Um, who's your inspiration?
Hmm. My inspiration, personally, I don't have that person in my mind, but I think I prefer a few quotes. I would like to phrase up. I don't know whoever said this, but I prefer a quote that, there is a Hindi quote. I'm sure there is an English version of that. That if you try and keep trying, anything is possible. So whoever person started this attitude thing is my favorite person.
Got it. Last question. What advice would you give your younger self?
Keep grinding.
Hmm. Perfect. I see we have close to 50 people on the call. I'm sure there will be more joining in. To everyone on the call, once again, welcome and thank you so much for joining us today. This is the third session we're doing since we have kickstarted Peak. To give you a brief overview, Peak is an initiative by Pash. Pash is India's first early career talent network where we are trying to empower students in higher education and recent graduates build careers they love. So, sorry, yes. And as a part of Pash, we thought that looking at the student community within India, there is a crazy amount of talent that's spread unevenly across our country, and almost people from every domain, whether they're in engineering, business, creative fields, whatever it is, face some sort of confusion about what steps to take in their career journey, even when they're a student, to make sure that they're consciously deciding where they'd like to spend the early years of their career. And we thought a good way to address this would be to bring professionals who are in the field right now, a few steps ahead of us, maybe 5 6 years of professional experience, to come and talk to us about their career journey, what they've learned, what they've done, what would they change, give us a peek into what their current role is, the industry is, and the company is, to equip us with knowledge that can help us make the best decisions. So, for that, we have Krishna today to give us a peek into an industry that is trending, that's on everyone's mind. And I'll let Krishna introduce the rest of the topic and get on with his presentation.
Okay, thanks, Risha. Uh, Thanks for the introduction. So, guys, yeah, let me. I mean, this we have already seen this slide for quite a long time. Let me get on with the agenda of the day first of all. So, yeah, as you guys can see, blockchain. Everybody has blockchain in their mind. Some people like cryptocurrency, some like technology. So, I'm gonna clear. I'll try to clear most of the things today. As Richa said, you can figure. You can fire your questions in the end. You can keep or you can post them on the channel. We will obviously in the last we will take all your questions, don't worry. Even if the time limit is not there, I'm ready for the extra time as well. So yeah, I'll answer everyone's question, don't worry about that. And yeah, I'm pretty sure by the end of this session the objective will be to have more positive knowledge about, basically, what do you say, enlightenment about blockchain. Like, some people have positive thoughts, some people have negative thoughts about. So I'll try to clear both of them and give let's say a neutral view of what blockchain is, what we are trying to do at Polygon. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, about me, just a minute. I think I missed the slide. I'm missing a slide. There was a slide about me. Whoops. I'm not sure if the slide, if I have reordered or something. It technically shouldn't happen. Sorry guys, I think I have reordered the slide somehow mistakenly. I'm first time using this, so don't kill me for this. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I'm more of a geek guy, backend guy. I don't like this presentations and everything. Okay, so yeah, about me. I started my journey at PICT, Pune Institute of Computer Technology. Well, when I reached there, I had no idea I will end up as a blockchain developer. My only goal was to get a good job in a good MNC and become a good programmer. I started programming since my 11th class only itself, since I was in CBSC. So after that, PICT, I joined Accenture for a brief time, big MNC, quite a big name. People like to get there. But yeah, I spent around 5 months there. But it's a good company. I'm not saying that, but it was not my cup of tea. Basically, I was more of a thrill guy, backend guy, startup kind of guy, basically, who likes to challenge himself, on daily basis. So after within 5 months, I joined Decode. It's not like that I like to switch companies. I stayed in Decode for like around 3 years. So that's majority of my journey was in, like, I have a career of 5 years. So out of 5 years, almost three and a half years I've spent at Decode. Then in the meantime, while I was at Decode, I also done freelancing work for Zero Chain, which is again a blockchain, big blockchain project. Basically, they are providing decentralized storage, something later you guys can Google it up. So it's a big project. And currently today I'm associated with Polygon as a blockchain engineer, work on their network layer, backend layer in the network team as a protocol developer, or whatever you guys can say. So yeah, you can see that as soon as I started in Decode, I got shifted towards blockchain world. I'll come to that in detail later. So yeah, these are the companies till now. I don't know in future, but yeah, this is about me till now. So coming back to the agenda, yeah. So let's jump to the first topic. What is blockchain? In simple words, I'll try to explain in very layman words. People have so many misconceptions about it. No, there is that, there is this, it's illegal, it's that. Nothing like that. It's a very simple concept of just removing the control from one single person, basically making the network distributed and decentralized. Just focus on these words, decentralized. So if anybody can simply understand this word, taking example of centralized, what is centralized? Your current banks, your all the records, your hospitalization record, your voting, anything, your gaming. Let's just say if we are playing a game, or let's say you are purchasing something, your phone, everything in this web 2 world is centralized. When I say centralized, it means a single person, a single entity has all the control. Basically, if tomorrow Paytm wants, Vijay Shekhar Sharma wants, they can delete your account, take all the money from your Paytm wallet, and gone. Okay, yeah, you can file case and etc., but they can do it. They have the possibility, right? They have. What if we just eliminate that possibility at all? What if we just say that single person cannot do it at all? He can't even do it, let alone the rules and regulations. Let them go. But what if we build a world, similar world? We have everything there. We have payments, we have games, we have all the things which we have in Web 2.0. But with the advantages of distributed network, immutable records, enhanced security. So that's what blockchain is all about. So one blockchain, but the basic building of blockchain is maths. Okay, if you see blockchain is all about mathematics, cryptography, hashing. Okay, we are just trying to prove that what somebody is saying is true using maths. Okay, LHS equals to RHS, simple. That simple thing, I mean, that simple concept of proving LHS equals to RHS has become blockchain in today's world. We use simple concepts of cryptography, we use concepts of like hashing to prove whatever you are saying, whatever you are doing is provable, is immutable, and is you have the ownership of that, and what you're doing is true. Okay, you cannot do a false transaction, or you cannot do wrong. So that's when I say distributed network means everybody, let's say we have 50 people in this room, so all the 50 people has the control over the network. It's not like that Sweksha or Bhavishya or me or somebody can just take all the control of the network. That's all blockchain is all about. When I say immutable records, basically one person cannot go, I mean, in today's world, Web 2.0, one person can mutate the record. Basically, they can go to the database, they can just fire a query and change everything. I think they can, that's a possibility. But in blockchain, it is not possible at all, because until unless you don't have the consensus, you don't have the majority voting, you don't have like, what we say, yeah, majority, yeah, actually, I'm not sure the Hindi word is bahumat and all that. So there are different types of mechanism for consensus, but until unless you don't have the consensus, you cannot pass even a single line. We at Polygon cannot update our code, cannot update our chain until unless the community votes so. Okay, it's not like that I'm a developer of Polygon, I can go into the Polygon code base and change anything and deploy it. No, even the CEO of the Polygon has to take the consensus from the community of Polygon, then only we can update the network. This is all blockchain is about, passing the control to the community, to the people. So if you are part of the blockchain, you have the control, you have the vote, and it matters, really matters. So yeah, there are different type of consensus. When I say consensus mechanism, basically consensus, we all know, a way to come to an agreement. Okay, let's say there are 50 people in a room. How come they will understand, how come they will come to an agreement? If we have different methods, nobody will come to an agreement. But if we have a common protocol, okay, we have a common system, then everybody will use that protocol to come to an agreement. Okay, Sweksha is saying right, or Krishna is saying right, or any person is saying right. To identify what the person is trying to say or what the person is trying to prove is correct, we need to have a consensus mechanism. Okay, so consensus mechanism, there are obviously n number of mechanisms, but there are two very famous: proof of work, proof of stake. When I say famous, I'm pretty sure there are n number of blockchains in the world, but most of the people here must have heard about bitcoins, very famous, Ethereum, and I hope so Polygon as well, India's biggest blockchain. So so yeah, so Bitcoin and Ethereum uses proof of work, Polygon uses proof of stake, and there are other blockchains as well which use proof of stake. Proof of stake is becoming the norm nowadays, because you might have also heard that Bitcoin and Ethereum are not energy, not carbon efficient, and it takes a lot of energy to run a Bitcoin node, etc. That's a problem with proof of work, because in proof of work you have to do a lot of work. As the name suggests, proof of work, you have to do a lot of intense work, a lot of computation, a lot of mathematical tasks to prove something. If you want to prove your point, you have to do a lot of hours of time. Like it might take up to 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours to prove something. But in the proof of stake, you can simply prove it within 2 or 3 or 5 seconds. Okay, it's very simple, very efficient. And there are other as well coming. New consensus mechanism are getting developed day by day. You can obviously go online, read about them. It's a never ending technology. Blockchain is currently not something developed, it's still underdeveloped, or still, let's say, in progress. New and new technology getting developed day by day. Then security, obviously security comes with concerns and immutable record. If you, let me give you a simple example. If you have done something on a blockchain, written a data, there is no single, not even the CEO of the company, not even, like in India, if you have bought the SIM of Geo, I'm pretty sure Mukesh Ambani can get your SIM deactivated, right? Or he can remove your balance. Anything. The CEO has all the powers, or a single person. Basically, I'm trying to say a single person has all the powers. But in the blockchain, enhanced security means if you have done something, if you have done a purchase, or if you have purchased an NFT, or if you have done a transaction, or if you have any record online, nobody, meaning me, nobody in this world can change your record until unless 2/3 majority of the network agrees that you are saying what you're trying to say is false. And when I say 2/3, believe me, the network is distributed all over the world. It's not like that the India is 2/3. There are, let's say there are 100 people in the network, so 10 are in US, 10 are in Argentina, Russia, France, Italy, India, Singapore, China. So there are people everywhere, and it's almost near impossible for them to collaborate and sabotage your data or something, with two by three majority. Getting 2/3 majority all over the world is very difficult, we know. And then there comes smart contracts. Smart contracts is a feature of the blockchain which has been not recently, but yeah, introduced by the second generation chains. Bitcoin is obviously doesn't have any smart contract. It's the oldest blockchain, invented in 2008 by a pseudonym person, Satoshi Nakamoto. We don't know who he is. Okay, obviously I'm pretty sure everybody must have seen Bitcoin ads here and there. Bitcoin is pretty famous now, but now we have Ethereum as the standard. Why? Bitcoin is just a simple blockchain where you can transact money, okay, coins. Like you can send Bitcoins, you can receive Bitcoin. That's it. You can't do anything else because it's not smart. It's just an example. What you can say, version 1, V1 of blockchain. But Ethereum is something like V2. And at Polygon, we are trying to build V3, by the way. So Ethereum has smart contracts. When I say smart contracts, you can do programming. Think about it. What is the use of blockchain if you can't program? So that's why basically smart contracts is a similar thing what we call codes in our real world. So whatever you say, I have an API, or I have a query, or I have a program, a script in my real world, like in JavaScript or something similar to that. We have smart contracts in Ethereum, which are just a piece of code using which you can either call to get something, or you can call to update the data. Basically, you can interact with it. You can update your data, you can fetch your data, you can delete your data, anything you can do, depending. You are the owner of the data. Nobody else, believe me, nobody else can do it, because they are secured. That's the level of security in blockchain we have. No other technology has this. Okay, so obviously we'll more dive in the upcoming slides. Can ask a question. So let me tell you about the evolution of blockchain. Evolution of obviously blockchain started in 2008, but nobody knew. I'm pretty sure you guys might have also heard blockchain about like 1 or 2 years or maximum 3 years ago. There was a 2017 boom as well. I mean, first I heard about the blockchain was when I passed out. I was in Accenture. I passed out from college. I was in Accenture. Okay, it was 2017. So I had these few friends who were buying this Ripple and some Ethereum and some XYZ tokens, etc. No idea what it is. We had no idea literally. We were just buying it for the sake of money. A lot of people doing it today as well. They just want to make money. No, that's a wrong. So cryptocurrency ICO boom. What happened in 2017? The public, Indian public, or all over the public, the world started investing money in ICO. What is ICO? Initial coin offering. I'm not sure how many of you know about IPOs, the share market. Paytm just did IPO. So similar to IPO, initial public offering, we had ICO back then in 2017. So some projects were really good. What was the plan is that some people try to develop few things, like somebody said I will build a Facebook out of blockchain, somebody said I build a WhatsApp out of blockchain, somebody whatever, they gave idea that we will build something on top of blockchain. Okay, and then they said to public that okay, please buy our tokens, give us money, let us raise some money so that we can build it. 95% of them were failed. 99, I will say more than 95, 98% of those projects failed. Okay, so that's why I say boom, because if you look at the graphs, even if you go into the history, you will see that there was a big boom. Prices went like skyrocketed from some coins went from 2 rupees, 3 rupees to 250 rupees, and then they again came back from 250 to 25 rupees. Okay, so that was the boom. A lot of people, lost their money, etc. But that was the point. I mean, what that boom did, that boom introduced the world to blockchain. Okay, although it was a negative impact, but the world at least came to know that there is something called blockchain. Majority of the people heard about blockchain in 2017 ICO boom only. Then the enterprise blockchain trials started. Enterprise, when I say IBM, Google, Facebook, you might have also heard, these companies then got interested into blockchain, because this is when the world heard about it. So you might have heard Facebook initially tried to launch their blockchain Libra. There is a thing called Libra. Facebook tried to launch it. Then IBM still has their blockchain service offered as Hyperledger Fabric. I worked in that as well for 6 months, so I can say you it's good, but obviously not as good as public block. This is what private blockchains is, by the way. Enterprise blockchains are private blockchains. When I say enterprise blockchains, these are blockchains for a specific network. Let's say tomorrow a company, or let's say a company as in Pash, let's say tomorrow Pash wants to do everything they have on a blockchain. Instead of making it in a simple SQL database, they can get this enterprise blockchain, but it's going to be a private blockchain. Nobody outside this community, or let's say outside this corporation, outside the Pash, nobody will have access to it. Only the people within. So they had this, but this thing didn't lasted long, because blockchain is all about public. I mean, what's the point of giving private companies a control anyway? Because what blockchain we are trying to remove that control of a single entity. Then started the evolution of Web3. Lot of projects started, like Polygon also started in 2017 after this IPO boom. And you might have heard Moneta, Zero Chain, and Zeppay, and all this WazirX, and the coin, all the Indian startups you heard about, the Uniswap, and everything started after this evolution, when the world started, because see, demand and supply. When there is a demand, there is a supply. So people saw that people are I mean, the companies saw, the people saw, the entrepreneurs saw that people are interested. They want Web3 projects, they want blockchain to be used. So that's why they created the Web3 projects. And that's how the rise of Web3 projects, for example Polygon, as I said, there are multiple projects which started in the 2017, 2018, 2019 after the ICO boom. There are very less projects which started before that. There are 90% projects started after that. So that's how the evolution. And currently we are sitting at a place where blockchain is used by at least more than 10 crore Indians. I mean, at least I'm saying these figures are at somewhere 10 crore plus Indians are using blockchain. Although most of them are using for the cryptocurrency point, I'll come to that. But I personally believe that even if you remove the cryptocurrency part, as a technology, blockchain is never going to die. I can bet on that. I mean, because it's so good that you can find a middle way, but you cannot kill it. You cannot just remove it from the paths of the life. Okay, so moving on. This is about my journey. Okay, so so as I said, I joined Accenture. No blockchain experience in Accenture. I was a Java developer, by the way, that in there. I'm not going to discuss. I joined Decode within 5 months, and as soon as I Decode, my initial role was a web developer. I used to develop fantasy gaming websites like Dream 11 or something. There are a lot of projects in the world, not India, outside the world. I was building a fantasy football gaming website for the company in France. So 4 5 months I did that. Then I saw in Decode, they were preparing a team. They were actually, what do you say, mentoring a team, preparing a team of few young developers. into blockchain, because that was the rise of blockchain, right? As I said, 2017, 2018. So that time I joined Decode, December 2017. So that time they were preparing a new team of blockchain developers, but most of the developers were getting, where they were teaching the Solidity, which is basically the smart contract language for Ethereum. So what they used to do is they used to build on top of blockchain. Basically, they used to build product on Ethereum. Ethereum was the base, it was the blockchain, but they used to build product on it. Just say, for example, today we have AWS, right? So on AWS, we deploy things. We don't build AWS, we deploy on AWS, right? So it's not like that we are creating on our own AWS. We are using AWS as a service. So similarly, Ethereum is the blockchain, and on Ethereum, they were building applications, multiple applications. So that's what happening with the other team. I was still a web developer. Suddenly, I don't know, I mean, I would say I had a fair share of luck. So a project came, Monetha. You guys can Google it, Monetha, Monetha. Monetha is a very big company in blockchain. They are basically in the identity management terms. They use blockchain for identity management. Basically, Aadhaar card on blockchain, but in Russia and Ukraine side, not here in the Europe. So they needed a developer who had experience in blockchain and Golang, and Golang was not that famous that time. So I was like, what is this Golang, etc. So but my company told me that we give you 2 months, you become an expert in blockchain, become expert in Golang, etc, etc. And within even after 15 days, within 15 days they started the project. It was like I was initially given some time, but not too much. Within 2 weeks I know I was on the project. So I basically learned blockchain. This is my first experience. I basically started working with Monetha while I was still learning Golang. I was still a noob. Okay, I was going. I mean, 4 hours a day I was going through the tutorials and lectures, and 8 hours a day I was working. Initial period, because it was a tough time. There were there was not too many tutorials and videos available back in 2017, 2018. There was a lot of content now, but in back then there was not so much content. Used to search hours for single error. So yeah, that's how it started. After that I become good in it. I mean, I'm not sure how I did, but yeah, I became good in it. I was always a backend developer, a problem solving developer basically. So yeah, I worked in Moneta for like 7-8 months. I worked with Golang there. I worked extensively with Ethereum. I did a lot of transactions. I came to know about what is Ethereum transaction, what is this gas, how do you do a transaction, what is Ethereum, etc. All this first set of questions I learned in Moneta. So when I was working with Moneta, I got all the basics cleared in everything. So I basically got transformed myself from a web developer to a Golang / blockchain developer. And this is how I think was the turning point of my life. Because today, even today, I am a Golang / blockchain developer. I mean, blockchain is not a language or something. You need a language like JavaScript, Java, C++, Golang to write blockchain. Blockchain is a technology. So for most of the blockchain projects in the world, 90% are using Golang. Some are using some other like Rust or other Java or whatever, C++, but 90% use Golang. So because I learned Golang at that time and my colleagues were actually busy in learning Solidity, etc., so luckily I got into the backend development part. You can obviously go into the backend development of blockchain, protocol development, and on the front end part where you build applications on top of blockchain. So there are two roles which you can go. So I went into the um, backend part. The point is, how did I make the transition from IT? So yeah, that's how the transition happened. I did a lot. I mean, it was a very hard time, I must say. Six months. Sorry, who's on? Sorry. So 6 months were really hard. It was really tough for me to get transformed so easily. But yeah, you, as I said, keep grinding, keep learning, and today it's very easy, man. I mean, within 1 month, 2 months, you can become a blockchain developer. 3 months. It took me almost a year to say myself, that I'm a blockchain developer. I know what blockchain is. Even at that time I didn't know that blockchain, because we had the already 2017-18 boom, and the blockchain failed. I mean, it went to the peak and it failed. So we thought, no, it's dead, nothing is going to happen, let's just learn the Golang. That was my attitude. But then I suddenly saw in 2018, late 2018 and 19, some big projects starting coming up, and people building very big ideas on blockchain. So that's how the industry started. That's how it got transformed myself from IT to blockchain, because since there were too many projects coming, big projects coming, so my company told me, hey, no, you don't stop here. Since we are having big projects, big companies are, and there is a requirement. Golang plus blockchain was in trend since 2019 onwards, and still there is a shortage in the market for this particular role. If you search for Java developer, JavaScript developer, you will find many. But if you still search for Golang developer, I'm pretty sure you will find very few. And out of 10, you will find 1 or 2 people having experience in Golang. And we also have problem. We are looking still. You can see on my LinkedIn, it says hiring Golang developer. So that's how my journey started. My decode experience, oh my god, decode experience was awesome. I mean, what else I can say? They helped me to transform from, I mean, I don't come from a very big college like IIT or NIT or something. I come from PI City, which is a decent college, tier 2 we can say. At least Pune, it is like second or third best college of Pune after Pune University's main college. So it was okay, it was not bad. I had my bad luck when I got there, but I never thought I will get into a company as good as Polygon in so less time with so much. And I never thought I will become such a good developer. So that's what decode, that respect where it's due. Decode has my respect, decode has my gratitude, because they gave me a lot of opportunity. They might have put me in these web development, in the fantasy websites and etc. And today I might be a normal web developer with building some e-commerce website or something. But they gave me this exposure, they pushed me. I was not very interested in this. I told my manager, hey, what is this? I don't want to learn a new language in 2 months. I'm happy with my current. Oh, no, you have to go, you have to do this. So they pushed me, they put me out of my comfort zone. And I must say that I'm not sure how many people there knows about Decode, but Decode is a good reputed company in Central India. So yeah, that's what they gave me a lot of exposure. And just because I clearly say this, I'm not sure if this video will go online or not. I say this on record that whatever I am today, if I'm a blockchain developer today, it's because of Decode. Otherwise I might have ended up as a normal some web2 developer. So if I'm introduced to blockchain, that's thanks to Decode for that.
That's
Okay.
great. Krish, I have, a comment. I
Mm-hmm.
recently came across a New York Times article from 1986
Mm-hmm.
with a headline saying, "Internet is just a passing fad."
Hmm.
So when you think about the popular public narrative versus what is in the industry, that's so similar to what's happening with blockchain, like Web3, crypto, all of
Exactly.
these. So I think that's like an indicator of how we might look back at this time after a decade or two, and feel it's really silly. I did want, before we delve deep into your experience at Polygon and your day to day and everything, I did want to, since you talked about your journey and we hit on college a little bit, you also talked about languages, different programming languages, and how you had to master Golang and everything else you're doing now. So for the students on the call, right, um, there's so much advice that they get, typically saying, okay, like right now React is the popular thing, learn that. So if you had to talk to them about certain fundamentals that they need
Mm-hmm.
to master as a student, that will really help set them up for a bright future, what sort of advice would you have there?
Sure. That's actually a great question. So for the people who, I mean, okay, let me tell you one more thing about Decode. Decode doesn't used to believe one person, one technology. Okay, I just only told you about Golang blockchain. I worked in. Let me tell you whatever technologies I worked in Decode. Ruby on Rails, Golang, JavaScript, Node.js, React. Okay, Flutter. And the simple Web3, the simple HTML, CSS. Then I was also doing some deployments, Hyperledger Fabric. So within 3 years, they taught me around 11 languages, but I was master in Golang. So remember one thing, what I'm telling you, never get afraid of doing something out of your comfort zone. First of all, if somebody, I mean, I have this quote, okay, it's not my quote, I just read it somewhere. It's in my mind always, that if somebody is asking me to do a work which I don't know how to do it, I will say yes first, and then I will learn how to do it. Okay, remember this. It's a very simple line. Like if somebody is asking you, somebody is challenging you, that can you become this? So don't say no, I don't want to do it. No, say okay, I'll try. Give me 2 days or give me 5 days or whatever time you feel comfortable. Everybody has their own speed. Just say yes, take some time, learn it, give it your best. As I said, keep grinding. Okay, so I'm pretty sure within that span of time, 2 days, 5 days, at least you will be done with the basics. It won't take more than 7 days to learn basics of anything. I mean, you can learn driving, you can learn cooking, you can learn blockchain, you can learn anything. You can learn machine learning in 7 days, man. It's enough. 7 days for is enough for everything. So that's what my advice will be. Don't go after language. Okay, first of all, it's not in your hands. Every language is good in place today. Even we have demands of C++ developers. It's not like that C++ is gone. We have in the core language, in the core industry, we have demand of Java developers, JavaScript developers, Golang developers. Everybody has their fair share of demand. Demand and supply is always there. Just try to become, in simple words, I would say problem solver. Remember this word. You should not be a language dependent person. You should be a problem solver, because after few years of today, I code for 4 hours, and in the next, in the remaining 4 hours of my day, let's say I work for 8 hours, so 4 hours I code, remaining 4 hours I teach my juniors, or I tell them how to solve a problem. So if I'm not able to tell them how to solve a problem, I'm not a senior guy. I'm just as good as they, because today's kids, I see, we have interns from 2021 batch, or we have juniors 2020 batch. They learn any language within within 1 month. They are as good as me in Golang. So they can learn a language in 2 months now, okay, because they have resources. But the only thing which makes me better than them is because I have that problem solving experience and skills. Okay, I have solved 1000 problems in my career. They have solved only 10. So if they come up with a problem to me, I can quickly give a solution as per my previous experience. So that's, you should try to build. Don't build a language, build your career on solving more and more and more problems. That will be my golden advice.
Perfect. During your college, did you have any internship experiences?
No, honestly speaking, I was not. I was bright initially in my first year, second year, but yeah, third, fourth year, I was in Pune, so I enjoyed my fair share of life and no internship basically, because initially I was not that interested in getting into startups and everything. I thought these MNCs are very good companies, okay, and for me it was very easy to get into MNC because I was always good at coding. I was good at coding because I started coding since 11th, and I have also won a national prize back in 2011 in coding. I'm not trying to brag, but yeah, in 2011 itself, when I was in 11th, I won a national prize in coding, and I used to code in C++ back then. So I was good at it. So I had this bit of, a bit of this thought, arey, main to kar lunga. I'll do it. I'll take care of it. So I just went for the placements, and I got placed into MNC Accenture, which was good. I thought I want to do that, but within 5 months I realized no, this is not I want to do. So I jumped to a startup, and then I realized, yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to challenge, I want to learn things. And basically, let me tell you one thing. If you give me a problem, and if you tell me, if you explain me the problem in good words, I'm interested in that. But if you are a kind of a person who can explain me problems in a deterministic way, that this is the problem, I won't sleep until I sleep. I won't sleep until I solve it. I'm that kind of person. I can code till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Okay, yeah, I'm very good at coding in night as well. Once in Polygon, I was working till 5:30 in the morning. So that's why I learned that this is not possible in MNCs. Okay, so that's why I jumped to the startups, and yeah, I've never had that internship experience.
Perfect. Yeah, let's jump into your experience at Polygon.
Yeah, so how I landed at Polygon. So as I said, I worked for 3 years in Decode. Within 3 years, I had experience with Golang, blockchain, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and everything. Okay, Decode gave me like around 7, 8 projects within 3 years. I worked on 8 projects. Zero Chain as well. Zero Chain, by the way, is a very big blockchain project which is completely in Golang. Out of that zero change project, 40% code is written by me. So that's why I become expert basically. I work for zero change for around more than a year. So more than a year is a very good experience in that such huge level of project. So I was actually casually looking for change. I was targeting Amazon, Google, those kind of companies. I was thinking, let's go big now. Everybody has a dream. I'm pretty sure people here also wanted to get a job at Amazon. It's a cool thing now. But yeah, I was just interviewing this things and etc. I was just casually looking, not any thought in mind. So suddenly Matic, back then it was Matic HR contacted me, and the interview process was fair simple. They had one round of coding. Their senior developer Anjan Roy, one of their Golang developer, blockchain developer, had a call with me. He gave me 2, 3 problems, and it was obviously they were difficult as per the experience level. I was 4 year experience. So they gave me 2, 3 Golang problems. He asked me a few questions, 4, 5 questions, and yeah, I was done with that. Didn't told me anything, neither positive nor negative. He was just like, I was also casually looking. It was not something. It was not a pressure situation for me that, oh no, I have to crack this. No, I was casually doing it. Okay, then they told me that I passed. They gave me a second round, and in the second round, this current co-founder, one of the co-founder, Anurag Arjun, showed up. I didn't know he will be there. So he introduced me that he's a co-founder. I'm like, oh my God, these things are getting serious now. So he asked me a few fundamentals of blockchain, which was technically easy for me because I already had a fair share of experience. He wanted to know if I actually have day-to-day life experience in blockchain or not. Fundamental. When I say fundamentals, is like what is blockchain? As I said, cryptography. How do you say the transactions through? What is the consensus mechanism? If blockchain is how the blockchain is secured? What is a private key? What is an address? All this blockchain fundamentals basically asked me. So yeah, and then we have some talk as well, like general talk. Like they gave me a few verbal problems. That let's say you are working at Flipkart and you have this problem in your team. How will you solve it? What will be your first step, and etc. Those kind of imaginary situation problems. And again, I was in a very casual mood. I was like, okay, I just blah blah blah, told him everything. And that evening itself, I mean, I gave the interview in the day. That evening itself, I got the call from HR that, hey Krishna, you are selected. I'm like, what, seriously, are you selected? So that's when I actually started thinking about it, because before that call I was doing it very casually. I was like, I don't want to do it. I'm going to stay at Decode. But when they actually throw me an offer, I actually took some time. I asked them for a 7 days time. Okay, it's not that I instantly said yes. I asked them, okay, give me 7 days. Okay.
Yeah.
So I took some time. I took 7 8 days time. Discussed with my team. Searched about Matic, because Matic was not that big at that time. Okay, if you ask me to compare, some people in the cryptocurrency world might see today the Matic coin is around 180 190. At that time when I was giving into it, was 1 rupee. Okay, 1 or 2 rupee. That's simple. 1 rupee, 2 rupee. Chiller. What do we say? Spare for us. 1 rupee, 2 rupee. So I was like, okay, it's a small project, blockchain project. But yeah, I thought that people are interested. It was a team of 25 30 people back then. So I took some consultation from my friends and my family and my college friends and etc. So after 7 days, I decided, okay, I'm going to take this big step, because obviously this is a product based company. Here we don't have to do the I mean, in Decode it's a service based company. I hope people know difference between service and product based. Basically, service based, they give you other companies projects, you use you as a service, they provide engineers as a service. In product based company, we build our own project. Okay, Polygon itself is a company, it's a project, it's a product. So it's a product based company, etc. So I thought, okay, let's try to give it a try, and we'll stay for some time, we'll learn, and we'll switch. But yeah, when I came to know, now I'll come to the second part, a day in my life. Oh my god, this is an amazing company. My day, first of all, there is no such time. People ask me a lot, when do you start your day? I'm saying, whenever I feel good. There is no such time. See, some people might take it as a negative way, but it's good. When you can start your day whenever you want. If you're in a situation where you have to do some morning chores, or you have to run some task in the morning for family, you can take your time. No worries at all. You will see, it's really cool here. The people, I'll come to that part in the perks and benefits part more detail. But I'll just say that day in life start, I whatever I do, I start with my day with checking my notifications. First of all, that's really important. When you become a professional guy, you have to wake up, check your notifications. You might have some mail, you might have some notifications, you might have some calendar invites, some calls. By the way, calendar becomes really important in this part of life, because we have 3 4 5, sometimes 8 calls in a day. Okay, so that's how things work. My technology stack, purely Golang and Ethereum. When I say, I mean, technology stack is only, yeah, sorry, anybody asking something? No. Okay, so yeah, my tech stack is purely Golang. Because I work in the backend, it's not like that the Golang is the only thing which you have to do in blockchain. You can learn JavaScript, you can learn Solidity, you can learn Golang, or you can simply learn the blockchain concepts and learn these languages later on when you join a company. It's okay. It's either way. I mean, as I said, become a problem solver. Don't stick yourself to a technology. Okay. I know JavaScript by the way as well. If somebody asks me to do anything in JavaScript, I can do it. I'll rate myself 8 out of 10 there. So it's good. It's good to learn multiple technologies. So my tech stack is currently purely Golang, sometimes JavaScript, sometimes Solidity, and my majority of the work involves around maintaining and upgrading and adding new features or solving problems on the Polygon backend network. When I say backend network, Polygon is a chain. Okay, blockchain is running. So when a blockchain is running, there are servers running. So my main task is to make sure Polygon keeps running. If there is an issue reported by someone, take it on priority. If not, I have my fair share of already assigned tasks, which we do in the Scrum meeting. I have, let's say I have that, I have to build this feature, I have to build that. So whenever I'm free, I build features. Otherwise, I take the the current issues, the customer queries on priority. If somebody is facing an issue, I'll solve that. I take calls almost with my juniors as well. I have like around 5 people in my team. Like basically, there is a manager above me. There are 5 people below me. All the 5 people are basically fresher or 1 or 2 year experience. I teach them few things on daily basis, what they should do, what they shouldn't do, take calls with them. This is how my day to day goes. What does my day to day work entail? Yeah, that's I said. So I wake up at 11. I start at somewhere around 11:30. We had a morning call first of all to get the day running. Half an hour call to with everybody, all the five interns and the juniors and the seniors. Okay, what are we supposed to do? What we did yesterday? What are we supposed to do? Then the whole day we just keep on working. If somebody has a blocker, they ping the other guy, whoever is needed, or they ping in the group. We have a group as well. We have a single chat. We have a group chat. So in the group they ping. We use Slack, by the way, Slack for communication. So they ping. We instantly get on a call. It's not like that we have to shoot. I mean, one-on-one communication, you can instantly get on a call, solve the problem in 10 minutes, come back. By the way, the timings are flexible. It's not like that you have to only get to your lunch at 2 or 1 or 3 or 4. No. Whenever you don't feel good, just update your status. Just put a message that I am going for lunch. We'll be back in 1 hour, so that your team knows that you are at least going. Communication is the key in this remote world, because if you would have in office, it would have been clearly evident Krishna is doing lunch. But in this virtual world, this remote world, nobody knows that you are going for lunch. So please communicate. That's it. That's how my days go. And the end, in the evening, we again have a call, 6:30 in the evening. 6:30 call. The CEOs are also there, by the way. It's a big call. We have the co-founders and everybody in the big call. We update them whatever progress we made the day, what are the new features we are building, whatever any significant work we had done through the day. Any blocker we had, we have solved it. So we update them. That's the day looks like. Very simple, very easy. Okay, no burden, no pressure. I'm telling you as an experience. International exposure, yeah, obviously we have people from all around the world. I mean, in the team of 200 people, we have 50 from India, 20 from there, 30 from there. We have conferences going here and there. Our co-founders speak on so many, like these kind of summits. I mean, the big summits, obviously. I mean, yeah, last week itself, the co-founder of Polygon, Jayanti Kanani, were in a meeting with Vitalik Buterin. Vitalik Buterin is the founder of Ethereum, by the way. So founder of Ethereum with the founder of Polygon. So you can imagine the level. Okay, so these kind of exposures we get. And work-wise, obviously, we are itself working on our projects. So we are working with people. I mean, we have so many international guys in our team that we get to know the industry. The level of the, what do you say, the expectation of the industry level is so high, because if you do something wrong in Polygon or something wrong in this level of project, there are a lot of people there to know. I mean, literally there are people whose sole motivation is to defame Polygon. They want to just see Polygon die. Okay, I mean, there are obviously people now, haters are always there. So there are some Polygon haters in the market. So if you do something wrong, they will kill you. So that's why you have to be very wary of the standard of the code you are writing, standard of the protocols you are doing, and the work you are doing. So I don't know exactly what you guys understand by international work, but for me, international exposure means working with people in different time zones, working with different code quality, working with different mentality, thought process. So we have so many people, we get a lot of brainstorming sessions, etc. So yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, reinventing the internet, obviously, man. If you see today's world, I'm not sure how many people know, but there is a website called Polygon World or something, yeah, or Polygon apps. Um, Polygon is literally reinventing the internet. Web3, I'm pretty sure if the Web3 is ever gonna come, let's say in the next 2 or 4, Polygon is gonna be at the center of it with Ethereum. Okay, I'm not saying that Ethereum is going to die or something. Just like we have, Google and Facebook and Instagram and these big companies in the center of Web2. Web2 is not possible without Google, right? You can't do anything without Google in today's world. Similarly, we think that you will not be able to do many things in Web3, because a lot of projects, either it's going to be a gaming project or NFTs or any land register, any application you want to deploy, Polygon is the best option you have in the world right now. So Polygon is literally reinventing the world, reinventing the Web3. It's going to be like, what do you say, the person who holds the beacon of the internet, basically. I'm not getting the correct word, but basically Polygon is going to take this reinvention, the Web3 thing forward, and it's going to be at its center while people are going to build multiple things around it. That's, I believe, we believe at least. And you have all, as I told, when I joined Polygon, so interview process, when I said in the initial, I said when I joined Polygon, the Polygon coin was at 1 rupee, 2 rupee. Today it is at 180, 190 rupees. So it has already, I don't know how many percent, but yeah, it has. The reason, people believe it. People believe in project. Okay, people believe in Polygon. It's a real project. As I said in the initial, in the 2017 95% projects were fake, but Polygon is one of those projects which is not fake. We have delivered. We have over delivered. Under promise, over delivered. So that's what we believe in. Okay. So Yeah, applications, man. Okay, I'm sure most of your the as I said, consensus, anything which require consensus can be done on blockchain, like electing, voting, anything which you where there is a fair share of people and you want a majority to select something, like electing or voting, or like Indian elections. If Indian elections happen on Polygon, there will be no debates of EVM rig. So I'm just giving an example. Okay, don't take it seriously, but yeah, just saying that anything related to consensus can be done on blockchain for now. Anything related to where you have to prove your ownership can be done on blockchain, because on blockchain there is no single entity which can control anything. Okay, nobody can go and remove your name or delete your data, or change your data, or take it from you away, like steal your data, because you have the ownership. So anything, for example, land, house registry, or anything which you want to show off, like this is mine, wherever you want to say this is mine, you ownership, you want to show ownership, you can go to blockchain. Finance, obviously, DeFi, crypto, as I said, in the current situation of the banks and everything, a single entity of the banks control things. So that's why we have decentralized. DeFi is not rocket science. DeFi is very simple. Decentralized finance. When I say see, today what happens in today was people, you know, people deposit their money into the bank. Bank give it as a loan to other people, and the bank earns money, basically, in the simple terms. Okay, what if you can simply give your money to as a loan, or you can give your money as a collateral, or whatever, you can use your money directly with the person. Let's say I can give 1 lakh rupees to Sweksha loan, and she can return it to me on EMI basis. But you will say that she might run away. That's where the blockchain comes in. If the blockchain is there, if the smart contracts are there, the trust is there, she will not go away, because there will be some mechanism. I'm not gonna go into detail of DeFi, because it's not. But if in DeFi there is obviously every measure taken, so that doesn't. So basically, we are trying to convert this centralized financing system to decentralized financing system. Entertainment, obviously, games, man, games are like the new. I'm not sure how many people know about this, but if you search any just search Google blockchain games, you will find 80% of them are on Polygon. Okay, because Polygon is faster, cheaper, and very, quick, secure, etc. So yeah, obviously you can just convert these games from being a centralized gaming platform to a decentralized by just converting it to a blockchain, taking it on a blockchain. we uh, we are, I mean, I personally know 2 3 projects, us based projects, those who are, trying to switch their gaming system from a normal centralized one to blockchain one. Because in blockchain, people actually, for example, take Dream 11. Okay, it's a gaming system, right? It's a fantasy world. What if you take the Dream 11 to blockchain? There is no middleman, nothing. You simply bet there, the other person bets there, whoever wins take the money. Simple. So you have the trust, you have the ownership, everything. Similarly, security, you can secure your data, just like your medical records, bill records. Let's say you have some private files, okay, private data which you don't want to share with anyone. So you can secure them in blockchain. There is no chance, 0% chance, that anybody can steal your data or see your data without your permission. So anything which you want to secure, anything which you want to store, you can secure it on blockchain. Security is always there on blockchain. Digital arts, yeah, this is one of the fancy applications. NFTs, quite famous on nowadays. That's why I included it, because as I mean, see, I'm not an artist person, so I don't personally understand the values of these Mona Lisa kind of paintings or the DiCaprio. But for people, those who like that, those who personally feel, I mean, there are obviously people who, some people like paintings, some people like cars, collectibles, basically collectibles. There could be anything under collectibles, under digital art or digital world. You might have heard about Decentraland. There's a digital world itself. Remember? I mean, I'm not sure, but please Google Decentraland. They are selling lands there, property, but they are in virtual world. So virtual world property are also getting famous nowadays. It's crazy. What I mean, the number of applications on blockchain is crazy. These are just very few I have mentioned here. Okay, digital art, NFC, and they are selling land. Just leave NFT there. You can purchase a 50 by 50 plot there and build a virtual house. I don't know what they will do it, but yeah, it's there. So that's about some applications. Let's see what we have next. Yeah, salaries. First of all, guys, don't, I mean, see, it's very hard to give these numbers, okay, because it's unlimited. Believe me, the potential is unlimited. That's why I've written 25 plus. I won't obviously expose my salary here, but if you are a good, I'm not saying only blockchain, if you are good in problem solving, because if you can fix a problem, the company is ready to pay you anything. Write it, believe me, this is true. If you can fix their problem, they will pay you 10 15 1 cr 2 cr 5 cr, whatever. But you must be able to solve every problem they have. So but yeah, obviously there are some standards. I'm just giving this for general people. These numbers can vary anytime. Okay, even an entry person can get 20 25 lakhs. So yeah, generally entry level position in blockchain developer gets somewhere around 6 to 12, as you can also see. Mid level, I mean, you have 1 or 2 year experience. Yeah, even 1+1.5 years, 2 years can approach that number 12, 15, 25. It can easily cross that. And when I say experienced, experience is like I've written 5+. Yeah, it can be 4 or 5 or somewhere around like master. And in, I mean, in mid level as well, sometimes you might get options of stocks or coins. Okay, so don't forget, I mean, as I give example, believe it, think about it. If you would have joined, I mean, let's say example of Polygon. When you joined, the coin price of Polygon was 1 rupee. Okay, now it is 180 rupee. So imagine if Polygon has given me just 100 coins, 100 coins for 1 rupee. Okay, so they just spent 100 rupees at that time, but now that 100 rupees is almost 18,000. Okay, so that is the power of stocks and coins. So sometimes these offers are also there in let's say US. And I mean, if you try to approach, most of the companies are, out of India, blockchain companies. Polygon is the only an Indian unicorn, by the way, biggest Indian company in blockchain. So if you try to approach blockchain companies, most of them will offer you coins as a half part or full part or whatever salary depend. Some country also offer full part as a coin. Okay, 100% coins. So that depends. Okay, no, we have to go forward. Perks, oh my god, this is awesome. This is unlimited. I can't say in words. Polygon is awesome place to work. Yeah, obviously, and it's not like that I'm just trying to brag it because I work Polygon, but I personally felt it. Okay, as first example, remote work. There is no office, nothing. You can go to the website. You can clarify this, that we are completely, as our work is decentralized, the company is decentralized. You can work from anywhere you want, anytime you want. I literally have colleagues working from Shimla and Kashmir and Goa while they're sitting on a beach and taking a call. I literally had a call with person. He was on beach Goa. What are you doing? Yeah, just enjoying, man. Just find a Wi-Fi and start working wherever you are. No worries. Okay, just find a Wi-Fi, or even if you have some good internet connection, just take it, work it from wherever you want. No problem with that. Biggest benefit. And obviously working with cutting edge technologies, because what we are building is first in the world. Okay, it's not like that we are trying to copy. I mean, the questions we have, the problems we have, we don't find answers on Google, because the problems we have are unique, are new. So what else? I mean, if you find answers on Google, you don't learn much. Okay, you just Google it, you take the answer, you are like, okay, I got the answer. But when you work with these kind of industry, cutting edge technologies, you don't get the answers, and you are pushed to find the answers by yourself. Invent things. You have to try and error, do by trial and error. Try new things. Believe me, I'm working on something which I'm working for last 4 months, and it was supposed to take 1 or 2 months initially, because what I'm building is something new. Okay, out of the box. So I thought in a month or two I will be done, but it's just 4 months and I'm only 80% done, still 20%. Because the reason is sometimes problems, there are certain problems which we don't find answer for weeks. Okay, there was a problem, I was stuck for 2 weeks. So, but you enjoy that, you
एक्सक्यूज मी
learn. Yeah,
सर, मतलब इसको सर अपने इन्वायरमेंट में कैसे इस्तेमाल करें ब्लॉकचेन को? आई थिंक हाउ टू यूज इन
I'll
सिंपली
come.
लाइफ.
Okay, just 10 more minutes, give me 10 more minutes, I'll come to that. Okay,
ओके सर, ओके.
just last 2 3, yeah, just 10 minutes. Okay, flexible working hours, obviously, as I said, no limit. Okay, by the way, believe me, this is true, no limit vacation policy. Literally, there is no limit vacation policy. I mean, people might be thinking, Are, kuch to hoga, there will be some number, right? You can't take 365 days leave. Actually, you can, but being a responsible person, being an IT professional, the company trusts us that we will not exploit the policy. So there is no such thing that we have to file our vacation or our leave. We can simply go to our group. We can say to the team, hey team, I'm not feeling, hey, like here, everyone, I'm not feeling good, I'm taking leave for the day, and that's it. Nobody's gonna deduct any number from your account. Nobody's gonna track your vacation or anything. But yeah, you have to be responsible for your work, and you have to deliver what you have promised. So that's it. And yeah, awesome work. Just to give me one example of awesome work, Ajay. Our group meeting, our team meeting, there is an annual team meeting where everyone gathers. Because we are a remote company, we don't have an office. We do a annual team meeting, okay, where everyone gathers, all the 150 to. So this year, the meeting was planned in Dubai, and every employee, wherever he is, if he's in India, US, UK, wherever, will be given an all-inclusive to and fro trip from Dubai 1 week. I mean, everything will be taken care of the company. So imagine this, by which company gives you a free trip to international destination just for a company meeting? and that too, like for 7 days and including everything. So that's how awesome it is. That's it. I have no other words to explain. So we used to do, last year we did it in Goa, by the way. So for Indians it was still not that. Last year it was Goa, this year it was Dubai, maybe next year US or UK, London or something. So yeah, that's, I will not tell more because we have to finish. Okay, and I say, yeah, we are almost at the end, guys. So yeah, Web2 developer versus Web3 developer, guys. As I simply said, both are important in current world, but everybody should, as we know that initially in the world 1990s, as Swiksha also mentioned that in 1986 there was an article saying internet is a passing what do you say? What was that word?
Fad.
Passing fad. So basically people were like, at that point might be like, no, we will only stick with C++ and Cobalt, and I'm not sure what were the languages at that time. I mean, there were few languages that time which were not famous. Those were Web 1 languages, not Web 2 languages. Okay, then initially slowly people started developing more and more websites, more websites, Wikipedia, Google, Yahoo, Facebook, Instagram evolved, and everything started changing, Twitter and everything. So you see how the Web 1 to Web 2 came along. People had to learn new technology. So similarly, I'm not saying it's going to have today, but in the future, Web 2, Web 3 developer, when I say in the future, in the next 10 years, I personally see that everybody should prepare themselves for transforming if they want to stick in this world. Otherwise, what will happen is Web 2 developers, by the way, I don't want to scare anybody. Web 2 developers also, I mean, if you know basics of problems, so as I said, problem solving, you can become a Web 3 developer. So all I'm trying to say is the world is transforming, the things are transforming, and as with that, the timing, everybody should try to move towards that. And there is not much developer. The ultimate goal is still there. Web 2 developer and Web 3 developer, the core function, the core feature we still look is problem solving, because all human race is doing since last 2000 years is solving problems. Okay, we are doing nothing different. In 18th century also they were solving problems. In 19th century they were also solving. In 21st century we are also solving problems. So whatever you think a problem in this world, we are about to solve. We are basically trying to solve it with Web3. Okay, with using blockchain. Myths about blockchain. Oh, this is really interesting. A lot of people think that cryptocurrency is blockchain. No, not at all. I believe me, crypto without even let me, how should I say, even if there is no such thing as cryptocurrency, blockchain will exist, blockchain will work. Okay, blockchain is the parent, cryptocurrency is just a child product, a byproduct of blockchain. Let me say in other words, mm, I've seen some people asking me this, sir, what if the government bans it? Okay, this is a trendy question now. Doesn't matter, government can ban cryptocurrency. Okay, they cannot shut down your servers, because our servers see, blockchains is running on servers, AWS servers or some kind of server, some kind of PCs. It's a piece of code, obviously, so code is running somewhere. So they can ban cryptocurrency if they want. It's okay, it won't matter. Blockchain as a technology is not going anywhere. Okay, just like internet was there. I mean, people might have thought, what if USA or India ban internet? No, internet is nothing. Internet is a technology. You can ban websites, like you just, China has banned Google. Okay, China has banned YouTube, but they haven't banned internet. Internet's still there in China, but they have banned certain things. So even it might happen, certain companies might ban certain projects, like private, as I said, a private blockchain. So there are certain private blockchains as well in the market, and as per my understanding, government or any country might try to ban private things, that there should not be any private use, but in a public domain, in the benefit of the public, blockchain is going to be evergreen project. Because I'm pretty sure in the future, I'm telling you, mark my words, I'm not sure, but I'm 100% sure in future, 15-20 years from now, your Aadhaar card, your voter ID and everything will be on blockchain. I can guarantee this. I'm not sure how the government is going to do it, when they are going to do it, but I'm pretty sure in the next 20 years, we will have blockchain in our day-to-day life. Your Paytm, UPI and everything will move to blockchain. Believe me. Okay, second myth, only it's very tough, it's rocket science, or some people, only people those who have already know do it. No, not at all. You can start today, right now, after this call. You can simply search blockchain. You can start with any basic tutorial. You can become any kind of developer in blockchain. As I said, just try to solve the problem. Blockchain is not, we have interns, man. We still have interns. I have 3 interns under me. They just passed out. Okay, and they are learning blockchain right now, and they are really good at it. Because why they are good? Because when I give them some tasks, they grind, they try to solve it. All you need to do is hell the problem solving ability. Don't give up. If I give you something, don't come to me in half an hour, ye to nahi ho raha hai, I'm not able to do it. No, try to solve it anyhow, at any cost. Try to solve it. That's the only thing which I will say. You can become anything. You can land, even if you are from a tier 2, tier 3, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, any tier n college, doesn't matter. If you are, even if you're from government college, you can land at Google, Polygon, Ethereum, Facebook, anywhere, if you have the ability. This is true, believe me. The third myth, I will say, last third, one more myth I will say. People think, I'm not sure, I will leave this up to public now. We will discuss this myths in the later on. Okay, what myths? Blockchain in 2022, I think I should wrap up quickly. Blockchain in 2022, I personally think you will see a more evolvement. As I said, there will be new payment methods coming in, there will be new games coming in, and more and more and more projects. I'm pretty sure government might try to launch a, a pilot project as well, or some other companies like Google or Facebook might launch their own. I've heard the news. Instagram is trying to integrate NFTs into Instagram, and they are going to call it collectibles. Okay, so Instagram is looking to collaborate with one of the blockchain and integrate blockchain in Instagram. So think how big it is going to be. Instagram is a huge thing. Twitter, Instagram, these companies might start integrating on pilot basis. WhatsApp is trying to integrate blockchain crypto payments. So you will be able to send crypto from your WhatsApp only. So these things are coming in 2024 blockchain. Crypto as an asset. Yeah, very shady question. I will tell you. Don't buy crypto as a form of just because you want to make money. Okay, this is just like, I mean, it's a simple share market. If you don't know the company, don't buy it. Will you buy a share of some penny stock of 1 rupee, 2 rupee and think that it will go? Let's see what happened to Paytm. Okay, Paytm stock was listed on 2100, currently it's 1300. But if you still believe in the core values of Paytm, you will hold the stock. You will hold the stock. You will believe that it will go to 2000, 3000, 4000 one day, because Paytm is a big company, unicorn of India. Similarly, in the blockchain world, if you believe in the company, if you believe that Polygon is a good company, or Decentraland is a good company, Polkadot, many companies are there, MakerDAO, like n number of coins are there. So if you believe in the company, search about the company, search about their work. Just like how you know what Paytm is, you know what PhonePe is, you know what Instagram is, you know what. So you must know about the company before buying their crypto. Don't buy because of FOMO. Please don't go after FOMO. I'm a blockchain developer. I have not bought any single cryptocurrency in last 3 years. Believe me. You might think that he's lying. He's a blockchain developer. How come? I'm swearing this. In last 3 years, I have not bought a single rupee of cryptocurrency, because I personally don't want to buy on the crypto. I believe in blockchain as a technology, but I don't like crypto. It's your choice. It's okay. But take it with a pinch of salt. Just research about the company, then buy crypto. Okay. And don't worry, government is not going to ban it. I assure you that. No banning. They can't ban it. They will regularize it. It might happen that you might have to pay taxes, like stocks. But yeah, crypto will be there. Blockchain will be there. Just like the companies are, just like the stock market is there. Crypto market is always there. Upcoming use cases, oh man, unlimited possibilities. How can I say? Might happen that next year or in few years later, we might be having this conference call on blockchain where everybody's identity, because right now, you see, right now you are using Microsoft. So Microsoft has the power to steal all your identity, shut down this server and everything. What if tomorrow Microsoft shut down Teams? How will you do the presentation? Because Microsoft has this power. But what if we just build similar thing, a conference call thing, or this online meeting thing on blockchain, where single company can't shut down steal your identity or save your data, or shut you down or give you access. So any use case is possible. As I said, Instagram is looking into it, Twitter is looking into it, Google, Facebook are looking into it, and Tesla, who don't know about Tesla are looking to integrate crypto in their payment methods. So that's, I think there are endless possibilities, I guess, guys. Okay guys, just a minute, let me. Okay, so yeah, final thoughts. Yeah, excellent career opportunity. Oh, what else to say? I think I've already covered it, man. Just try it. Even if you start today, no limit is there. Just try to keep grinding and solve the problems. Newest technology integration, obviously. I think most of the points are already explained. This is the future. I personally think in the next 10 years, this is going to be the newest technology, and people are going to move. Things are going to move. Whoever wants to survive will eventually try to move from Web 2 to Web 3. Digital identity, yes. As we have this thing, last year we had this problem, WhatsApp stealing our data, ban WhatsApp, use Telegram, ban WhatsApp, use Telegram. Why don't we use blockchain? In blockchain, nobody can steal your data. No possibility at all. So if something like this comes up, WhatsApp on in blockchain in future, or some messaging app on future on blockchain comes, the identity is completely secure. You have a digital identity which nobody can steal without your permission. There are projects, search Moneta by the way for this. Moneta doing the same thing. Moneta is creating digital identity of people on blockchain which is can be only shared by their permission, and they will get reward. So if somebody uses your data, you allowed, okay, you allowed by the way. So they ask you that should we allow this company your data, you say yes, then that company will have to pay you some, some fund, some reward by whatever in their currency is. So you get earned to use, let them use your data. But in current web 2 world, you get nothing. Okay, cryptocurrencies, NFT, metaverse, yeah, the possibilities are endless. Correctly, whoever, I mean, sorry, I didn't wrote this. Whoever wrote this is actually correct. The possibilities are endless. Whatever you can think, and any, you give me one example, and I will fit blockchain into it. Anything in this world, Web 3 can be done in blockchain world. You just need the right time. You just need the right resources. That's my personal thought. Anything can be done there. Okay, yeah, guys. So this is it, I guess. This is my LinkedIn. And thank you all. So yeah, I think should we open the house? Yeah, people had so many questions and we are already late.
Yes, we did run up on time, but this was such an engaging conversation and so eye-opening for a lot of us. So thanks to those who are still hanging around. Before we jump into Q&A, I just wanted to quickly say that if in case anybody needs to drop off and can't hang around, that we will be hosting such peak sessions on a recurring basis every other week. We want to expand our network all across India. So if you're attending from a college that does not have an existing peak agent or ambassador program and you're interested in hosting that, reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to continue the conversation. If you want more such sessions, you can also go on our website and sign up so you'll always get the updates, or DM us on one of our social media channels with any of the questions you may have. Okay, with that, let's jump into the Q&A. So, Krishna, there are a few questions in the chat box already. So let's cover those first, and then we can move into any other questions that may be there. So Yukta asked, do I need to be a Web2 developer to work with blockchain?
See, there is no such thing. You don't have to be. It's okay. I mean, see, there is not such thing. There's no course or language as Web2 developer. You just, even as a Web3 world, we have not created any language out of the box. Okay, we are still using those traditional languages as Golang, JavaScript, Solid, etc. You just have to be a good developer, and if you think your basics are clear, and even if you're, as I said, we have few interns, believe me, these people are interns and they directly landed at Polygon. So think about it, they directly landed at Polygon, they have no experience at all. So if somebody can become an intern at Polygon and start from scratch there is no such condition that you have to be a Web2 developer to work with blockchain. You can start directly with blockchain. The core fundamental is always going to be the same. You have to know the problem, you have to solve the problem, you have to have the basics clear. That's it. There is no such thing as Web2 is not a prerequisite for blockchain. That's it.
Sir, how to use Python and C++ in blockchain?
Man, Python is still supported, I guess. Yeah, let me answer that. Yeah, C++ is there, Python is there, but since the community is not that strong, let me tell you, there is,
But I've only experienced that Python and C++, Java, JavaScript. So that's why.
it's okay. So how much experience do you have in total? What's your age?
Sir, my age is 19.
Man, you are just 19. What's the harm? I learned 11 languages in 3 years. Learn new language if you don't want to. I mean, you are just 19. Why you're thinking that? See, still they have application. Python is not a bad language. C++ has a blockchain. What was the name of the chain? There is a chain which runs on C++. Yeah, there is. Okay. I don't. I worked on it 3.5 years ago. There is a blockchain which runs on. You can Google it. Blockchain which runs on C++. There it is. You can make a blockchain in C++. You can make a blockchain in Python as well. But it all depends. Just like we have JavaScript as the current language of the whole. Even if you look at the most of the websites, the current language of web developers are JavaScript. You have to believe that, right? I mean, 90% of the websites are using JavaScript. So just like that, 90% of the blockchain projects are using Golang. So it's not like that if you don't know Golang, you can't become a blockchain developer. You can learn JavaScript, you can learn Python, you can build products on top of APIs are always there. You might have heard about APIs. So in APIs, there is no such language. There is a common format, JSON. Okay. So if you know how to build APIs in any language, you can interact with blockchain. That's not a barrier.
Cool. We have a question from Mahesh Verma here. Can Polygon still serve as a scaling solution after the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade?
Yes, exactly. I had this question. I asked the founder about it when I was about to join the Polygon. See, the problem is people are only talking Ethereum 2.0 upgrade. By the way, my interview process was happened in last December. We are already 1 year. Okay, I've spent around 10 months in Polygon now. So last December I asked this the founder, the co-founder of Polygon, and they told me that Ethereum 2.0 upgrade is still, we don't know yet. Can you tell me the date when Ethereum 2.0 upgrade is coming? No, we thought it's going to come this year, but it didn't come. Most probably it might come 20. The problem is Ethereum 2.0 upgrade is something which people are uncertain. Okay, they don't know. And on the other hand, somebody, when I say somebody, I mean Polygon is offering you all the benefits, all the scalability, all the speed, all the faster transaction, everything right now active. Last more than a year, we launched our mainnet more than a year ago. So if somebody is available right now, why will you wait? So by the time Ethereum 2.0 upgrade will come, Polygon will already have all the traction. I don't know if you understand this marketing tactic, but if somebody has already created the traction, if something is already built, you don't build again on scratch from the other thing. So I'm not saying that Polygon is going to die or Ethereum is going to die. They will work hand in hand, I personally believe, because Polygon will have its fair share of apps which needed faster because Polygon still is much cheaper, much faster than Ethereum. Even if the Ethereum 2.0 upgrade goes live, Polygon will stay the more cheaper and faster version. You can compare that. Ethereum will not still become will not become as cheaper as Polygon. In Polygon, I think the transaction fees are very low in rupees. In Ethereum, it's in thousand. Even after the 2.0 upgrade, it will come down to some hundreds, but not as cheap as Polygon. So I'm personally believe Polygon will survive.
Got it. Jayesh asks, blockchain is generally criticized for its heavy energy consumption. How is Polygon aiming to solve this issue?
Oh man, Polygon has already solved this. If you don't know, we don't use heavy, we don't have the energy. That's why I said, there are two. See, blockchain is not criticized, the mechanism is criticized. Okay, the proof of work consensus mechanism, which most of the big blockchains currently use, it is criticized for its heavy energy consumption. You can run a Polygon node in your 8 GB laptop right now with having 4 GB free for your other work. Okay, Polygon blockchain can be run on a single laptop with 8 GB RAM, 256 GB storage, and you can still play, do your browsing and etc. while in the side it's running. Polygon is very efficient in that. We have already solved it by how we solved it, by using different consensus mechanism. Our architecture is different. You can go to the Polygon website to read more about it, or you can Google. I'm sure there will be a number of articles, but we don't have this energy consumption problem at all. We are using proof of stake, and proof of stake is very energy efficient, very energy efficient.
Got it. So Naveen is asking, will Polygon launch a DNS service similar to ENS?
I don't know. See, Polygon has become too big now. Polygon has already launched a few products in last 6 months. Okay, we have Polygon Hermes, Polygon Avail, Nightfall, and recently we announced Polygon Zero. So personally, see, when the company becomes too big, it's not possible for a single employee to keep track of everything. So yeah, you might think that if I work in Polygon, I know everything. No, this is not how I work in the Polygon's POS team. Okay, I maintain the Polygon's network, the basic building block. If I stop working, the Polygon will stop basically. But the products which are built on top of it, they are not in my control because I don't work with that team. But yeah, what I know is there is a lot of things, a lot of exciting things in the pipeline. And who knows, I'll surely try to ask this to the co-founder Jayanti. Basically, one of the co-founders is in my direct touch. I talk to him on daily basis. I'll ask him that I went to a conference and somebody asked me, are we planning to launch it? So maybe if I come to know, I'll post it on LinkedIn. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, if you say so, they might. But believe me, Polygon is going to be the next big thing, at least from the Indian community.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah. Please continue.
Sir, I'm Rachita, sir. I'm currently pursuing my 4th year in BTech. I've started pursuing blockchain in 2020, and for the past 6 months, I've started learning all the basic tools of blockchain, and I've worked a little bit on NFTs, ERC1155 tokens, a little knowledge on Solidity and Hyperledger.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to learn as much as possible. So I have an elaborate question.
Mm-hmm.
So since this is the age and time of the boom in blockchain, would you see it as an aspect in a research perspective?
Yes, I see. I'm not that much niche, so I actually, honestly speaking, didn't exactly understood your question. But what I understood is that you, first of all, I have an advice. You are trying to do too many things at a time. Okay, remove the hyperledger, remove the JavaScript. If you first, I mean, since you're a student, focus on one thing. Okay. Okay. I
Yes,
just, and what was that research thing you were saying? Please, can you repeat that in a bit
so
simpler word?
actually, if we take data science or machine learning,
Okay.
these are highly theorized concepts, and they have masters related and PhDs.
Okay.
But blockchain is completely applicative. You apply whatever you know. So does blockchain has any scope of doing a thesis or research?
Yes. Now your question makes sense. Yes, we have a team of researchers in Polygon, and their sole job is to research the new technologies that are coming, the new consensus mechanism, new protocols, and develop. We have the person who is leading this is a PhD candidate at IISc Kolkata. Okay,
Okay.
I think you know IISc, Indian Institute of Science and Technology. Okay, so
Yes.
IISc Kolkata. He's a PhD candidate and he leads the research team. So there is obviously a lot of scope. He's our go-to guy when we have some questions. Now, will this be energy efficient? Will this be future proof? Will this be that? So these kind of things, obviously, we need blockchain industry need a lot of people who can answer the question related to the cryptography, related to the mathematical aspect, related to the efficiency of the blockchain. We are the developers. Okay, we develop things, but obviously someone is above there to tell us what to develop.
So, sir, to reach to that level, we have to cross all the paths, being a
Yeah,
developer,
no, you
then
don't
being a
have to. You don't.
manager.
No, you don't have to be a developer. You have to be very good at research and cryptography and analytics. If you study blockchain, it's just nothing. It's a mathematics. Don't go into code. See, don't go into any language. Golang, etc. is okay. We just implement. See, if I ask you to build a calculator, you don't have to learn the calculator in Java, right? You know the basics of calculator. You can research a calculator in general. Okay, calculator means 5 plus 5 10. You don't need a coding language to understand 5 plus 5 10. Just like that, blockchain is a
Yes.
state machine. You might have heard about state machines.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So blockchain is an example of state machine. We have a state. Every block of a state changes. So if you know machines, and if you study state machines, you research on state machines, you research on blockchain.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
All right, we're running up on time. I mean, we're over time already. Let's take one last question. I see one from Pranav in the chat box. He has two questions actually, and this is the last one we'll be taking for tonight, guys. How useful is it to learn Solidity with React?
Okay, what he has a follow-up as well. What projects do you recommend we do? Okay. See, Solidity with React, awesome. But you have to again choose a side, because the Solidity is itself is a core domain. I mean, we have requirement, not we. When I say the blockchain world has a requirement for hardcore Solidity development. If you are good at only Solidity, then also you have a very good requirement. Then you have a demand. Okay, and if you can do Solidity plus React, very good enough. But it's not like that you can do, I know, you're like, okay, I can do 50% of this and 50%. No, believe me, nobody pays good amount for a half and half developer. Okay, until unless you are you should be at least master in one, and then you can be, okay in others. But if you are okay in 3 4 languages, no, that will not make the cut. Because if you're okay in 3 4 different languages, where will they put you? Right? So you have to good in something, like give yourself, okay, this is my best shot, and then you have the secondary one, and then the tertiary one. You can't have two secondaries. You have to have a primary. Okay, rest guys can, okay, don't worry. If you are closing the session, you can contact me on LinkedIn, and I'm not sure I will answer instantly, but I'll try to answer. I have one last question. I think let's just last one. How do we apply for integration? Go to the careers page. Okay, I don't know if the internship is still available or not. But if there is, you can follow me on LinkedIn. I used to keep post, I haven't posted in last few weeks, but yeah, I'll sorry, honestly, right now I don't think internships are there. I'll ask HR that I went to a session and few people are asking. But yeah, obviously you can, for the other peoples, you can always go to the careers page, and we have a very nice careers page. You can apply from there.
Perfect. All right. So one last thing we're going to do tonight. Krishna, can you close out the presentation and turn on your camera? And
Yeah,
everybody,
sure.
let's just take one picture of all of us. Uh, the rest of the people on the call, if you want to join, turn on your cameras.
Hello.
Perfect. Bausha, can you take a quick picture? Yeah. Let's just take a quick picture and we're good. Got it. So, Krishna, thank you so much for coming on our platform today, and to everybody else. Krishna is extremely approachable, so please contact him on LinkedIn. Don't spam him, but utilize his time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to answer basically either in the night or in the morning. In the daytime, I might not answer. But by the way, I would also like to say a few words for the Pash. Uh, Guys, whoever is, I'm not sure if this is a regular audience, or few people might be new, few people might be regular. So they are doing an amazing job. I personally believe in their goal. Okay, personally believe in their motive. So I would like all of you to please share, or whatever, if they have a channel, subscribe. If they have a newsletter, subscribe. Whatever they have, their handles, please let it reach as many people as possible. I see there are somewhere around 50 plus. Good, 50 plus. Next time I want it to be 100, then 200, and one day I personally believe we will cross maybe 1,000 or 10,000, whatever. But yeah, good audience, and please support Pash. I personally support them, and I like because I like their idea. There was no such thing in my time when I was in 2017, confused. There was no such thing. What they are doing is really needed. So please support this. Please share this, so that as many people as can take the benefit of this. That will be my last word. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Krishna. You just like topped off this session with the best motivation we could get. We hope to bring you back when we grow our audience so you can reach the new folks as well. But until then, thanks a lot. Everybody else, please reach out with questions to our Pash team if you have any. And if you're reaching out to Krishna, please use his time meaningfully. Yeah.
And don't